Good day to all of you. Once again, this is your teacher Daniel, and today I'm going to share with you how to add or subtract rational algebraic expressions. But before that, balikan muna natin yung mga previous lessons nyo about fractions. Ano po? Especially when you are adding or subtracting similar and dissimilar fractions. Okay. So, hatiin natin sa dalawang section yung ating magiging discussion today. Unahin muna natin as to how to add a similar rational algebraic expression. And then later on, I'm going to share with you how to add or subtract dissimilar rational algebraic expressions. For the meantime, let us try to answer the following examples. If you're going to add 1/3 plus 1/3, it's very much easy. Ang sabi sa rule, nung kayo ay elementary pa, all we have to do is to copy their common denominator, which is 3, and add the numerator. 1 plus 1 is 2. So the answer is 2/3. How about for number 2? Okay. Usually, we get the LCD. Ano po? LCD. So, paano ginagawa yung LCD? What are the prime factors of 4? The prime factors of 4 is 2 times 2, and since 2 is already a prime number, so no need to get any prime factors except 1 na lang, ha? Disregard 1. So 2. Hinihilera natin yung mga magkakaparehong prime factors, tapos pero lahat sila ibababa natin. So 2 times 2, that is equivalent to 4. So the LCD, the least common denominator, is 4. Tapos, i-divide natin, di ba? Pag ganun, i-divide natin, division, tapos, i-multiply pa natin, papunta sa taas, times yun. So, paano ginagawa yun? 4, remember up, divide yung papunta ron, 4 divided by 2 is 2, times 1 is 2. Copy the operation, plus 4 divided by 4 is 1 times 1 is 1. So the answer is 2 plus 1 is 3 over 4 or 3/4. Pero merong ibang paraan, may mas convenient way para gawin 'yan. Ito yung ginagawa ng iba nating learners. Instead na kunin nila yung LCD, ang ginagawa nilang similar fractions, yung dissimilar fraction. So, paano ginagawa yun? They are going to convert 1/2. Iko-convert nila yan sa iko-convert nila yung 1/2 in such a manner na yung denominator niya magiging 4. Kailan magiging 4 si 2? That is only if we are going to multiply 2 by 2. So, 2 times 2 is 4. So, magiging pareho na sila ng denominator. Pero, the rule here says that kung ano yung minultiply natin sa denominator, i-multiply din natin sa numerator. Bakit? 2 divided by 2 is just 1. So, 1 times any number will be the number itself, the identity property in multiplication. So, ibig sabihin pala, itong 2 over 2, it will not affect 1/2. Hindi natin siya mababago, or wala mangyayari kay 1/2 whenever we multiply it by 2 over 2. Anyway, si 2 over 2, 1 lang naman yan. Di po ba? Okay. So, take note ha, objective natin dito, kino-convert natin si 1/2 para yung denominator niya maging 4. Mangyayari yun pag minultiply natin yung denominator by 2. At kailangan, kung ano yung minultiply natin sa denominator, i-multiply din natin sa numerator para patas. It's because yung numerator na 2, tsaka yung denominator na 2, pag dinivide natin, 1 lang naman. It will not affect 1/2. Okay? Kahit pa tayo mag-multiply ng 1 million sa denominator, basta minultiply din natin sa numerator, 1 million divided by 1 million, 1 lang naman. It will not affect 1/2. So, 2 times 2, yung denominator natin is, 2 times 2 is 4. 1 times 2 is 2. So, meron na tayong bagong fraction, 2 over 4. Instead of using 1/2, we will be using 2/4. What purpose? Para pareho na sila ng denominator. Plus 1/4. Pareho na sila ng denominator ni 1/4. At pagka ganyan, mas madali na silang i-add or i-subtract. In this case, we are adding. So, copy the common denominator, which is 4. Add the numerator. 2 plus 1 is 3. So, the answer is still 3/4. How about for number 3? Also, you have the denominators 3 and 2, ano? Again, magre-refer tayo sa kanilang LCD. Nagkataon na pareho silang prime numbers, so all we have to do is to multiply these prime numbers. That will be 6. Now, ang gawin natin, gayahin natin tong strategy nito. Itong strategy na to ng ibang learners. So, ang gagawin natin, i-convert natin si 4/3 at saka si 1/2 in such a manner na magiging pareho yung kanilang denominator. Hindi naman sila pwedeng magpareho sa 4. Kasi si 4 hindi naman divisible by 3. So, anong number na divisible kay 2 at saka divisible din kay 3? Pinakamaliit na number na divisible kay 2 at saka divisible by 3. That is 6. O, sige. So, since alam naman natin na 6 yun, yun yung number na wherein dun sila magkakasundo. Take note, 6 is divisible by 3 and 6 is also divisible by 2. Pinakamaliit na number na divisible kay 3 tsaka kay 2. Now, anong susunod natin gagawin? Now, we are ready to convert 4/3 times, ano kayang fraction ang pwede nating i-multiply kay 4/3 para yung denominator maging 6? Remember, we can multiply here 2. 3 times 2 will become the denominator 6. Siyempre, pag nag-multiply tayo ng 2, mag-multiply din tayo sa taas ng 2. So, 4 times 2 is 8. That is 8 over 6. Copy the operation. Minus. O, i-convert natin si 1/2. Anong gagawin natin? Gagawin natin siyang, yung denominator na 2, gagawin natin 6. Paano? Mangyayari lang yun pag nag-multiply tayo ng ano kayang number, hulaan nyo. Mangyayari yun pag nag-multiply tayo po ng 3. Okay. Siyempre, kung ano yung minultiply natin sa denominator, kailangan i-multiply din natin sa numerator. Para patas. Para yung, yung 3 over 3, 1 lang yan. It will not affect 1/2. Okay. So, 1 times 3 is 3 and 2 times 3 is 6. So, yung 1/2, na-convert na natin into 3 over 6. 3 over 6. O ngayon, mas madali na siyang isubtract. So, copy the common denominator, which is 6. 8 minus 3 is 5. Pero syempre, yun yung tinuro sa atin sa elementary. All about LCD, at saka yung technique na mas madali, wherein you convert the fractions into two similar fractions. Ginagawa natin yun ng elementary. Ang challenge sa atin ngayon, on this grade level, we are going to add and subtract algebraic expression. Pero alam nyo ba, na yung principle nila, hindi nalalayo dun sa pag-add and subtract ng mga fractions nung tayo elementary pa. So, subukan natin. So, unahin muna natin yung mga tinatawag nating similar rational algebraic expression wherein yung kanilang mga denominator ay pare-pareho. So, kung ganun lang naman na pareho pala yung kanilang mga denominators. Ito 4xy, 16mn, 16mn, m-2, m-2, 3c, and 3c. So, ganun lang naman pala. Pareho pala yung kanilang denominators. All we have to do is to copy their denominators, diba? So, we're going to copy their denominator for this first example, that is 6. And then we are going to add their numerator, that is a plus 3a. That is also the same as a plus 3a is 4a over 6. And do not forget to always simplify our answers. It's always a rule of the thumb na we always simplify our rational algebraic expression. For more information about simplifying rational algebraic expression, please watch our videos about this topic. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry. Okay, now let us try to simplify 4a over 6. All we have to do is to look for a common factor between 4 and 6, or the greatest common factor between 4 and 6. That will be 2, right? Because 4 is divisible by 2, 6 is divisible by 2. This time, ika-cancel na natin na hindi na natin siya ipa-prime factor tulad ng ginagawa natin sa pag-simplify. As promised, magka-cancellation tayo. Gagamit tayo ng cancellation. Okay, so let us divide this by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So the final answer is 2a over 3. Now let us try the next example. We have 3 over 4xy minus 5 over 4xy. Again, all we have to do here is to simply copy the common denominator, which is 4xy. Now what are we going to do with the numerator? We're going to simply subtract them. 3 minus 5 is negative 2. But do not forget that always simplify our answers. It's already a rule of the thumb. Rule of the thumb na yan among mathematics practitioners, just like us, mathematics learners, para hindi lumalaki yung fraction. Okay po? So, again, get the common factor of 2 and 4, that is 2, and then divide the numerator and the denominator by 2. That is simply negative divided by positive is negative. So, dito na natin yan ilalagay sa pinakagitna. And then, 2 divided by 2 is 1. And then, 4 divided by 2 is 2. xy. So, the final answer is negative 1 over 2 xy. Tingnan nga po natin kung tama yung sagot natin. Okay, so negative 1 over 2 xy. For the next example, we have negative 11 over 16 mn minus 7 over 16 mn. So again, they have similar denominators. Let us copy their similar denominators. 16 mn. Then let us try to subtract their numerator. Negative 11 minus 7. In this case, we are subtracting negative 11 and 7. So, pagka nakakita kayo ng magkasunod na negative, we combine the numbers, So, that is the same as negative 18 over 16 mn. Now, divide natin to para yung negative, may ilagay natin sa gitna. Negative divided by positive is negative. Diyan natin susulat yan sa gitna. Yun yung proper way of writing that. Now, let us let us look for a common factor if there is a common factor between 18 and 6. So, that is 2. So, 18 divided by 2 is 9, and 16 divided by 2 is 8. mn. So, the final answer is negative 9 over mn. Yan. Let's see if we are correct. So, that is negative 9 over 8 mn. How about for the next example? We have m over m minus 2 over m minus 2. So, again, copy their common denominator, which is m minus 2, and then let us subtract their numerator, m minus 2. O, pareho palang m minus 2, na-cancel sila. So, the final answer is 1. Tingnan natin kung tama tayo. Okay, so that is 1. And the last, 3a minus 2b over 3c plus 6a plus 5b over 3c. What will be the common denominator? The common denominator there is 3c. And then let us try to add those terms. So we're going to add 3a minus 2b plus 6a plus 5b. O, pwede naman siguro nating tanggalin na diretso yung kanyang grouping symbol because positive naman yung operation natin. Di po ba? Okay, so removing the grouping symbol, just like that. We're going to remove the grouping symbol. We can immediately add those similar terms in the numerator. So 3a plus 6a is 9a. How about negative 2b plus 5b? That is the same as positive, mas malaki si 5 eh. Positive, pero magsusubtract kasi magkaiba sila ng sign. Positive 3b over 3c. But wait wait lang. Kailangan i-simplify natin lagi yung answers. Titingnan natin lagi kung meron tayong mga common factor sa numerator at saka sa denominator. So we'll try to write it here na lang, 9a plus 3b over 3c. So what is the common factor in the numerator? Actually, we could use the technique, factoring technique, which is the greatest common monomial factor. That is the same as, ano kaya yung common factor nito? That is 3. Ano matitira sa loob? 3a plus b over 3c. Imagine, may makakancel pa tayong 3. So the final answer is 3a plus b over c. Tingnan natin kung tama yung sagot natin. 3a plus b over c. Okay. So let us try to have one good example about addition of rational algebraic expression. Let's say we have 5 over s minus r plus 3 over r minus s. In this case, hindi pareho po yung kanilang denominator kasi yung isa s minus r, yung isa r minus s. May paraan para maging pareho yung kanilang denominator. That is simply factoring out negative 1 from r minus s. So, paano natin ginagawa yun? R minus s is the same as negative 1 times s minus r. Nabaliktad, Nabaliktad si r minus s, naging s minus r. Now, subukan nating ibalik. Pag binalik ba natin si negative 1 sa loob, babalik ba siya sa dating r minus s? So, let's try. Negative 1 times s, positive s, is negative s. And negative 1 times negative r is positive r. Rearranging this binomial, that is the same as positive r, negative s. So, meaning, bumabalik siya sa dati. Okay? Bumabalik naman pala siya sa dati. So, therefore, this is allowed in math, wherein nag-factor out tayo ng negative 1. Ang purpose niyan, para bumaliktad si r minus s, maging s minus r, para pareho na sila ng denominator. Okay? Now, let us try to evaluate this. Since we know that r minus s is also equivalent to negative 1 times the quantity s minus r. So, let us copy 5 over s minus r plus, ikukulong muna natin siya sa grouping symbol para hindi magulo. So, 3 over r minus s is the same as 3 over negative 1 times s minus r. Diba? Ito yun, diba? Ito yun. Kasi pareho lang naman po sila. R minus s din yan. Naglabas lang tayo ng negative 1. Then, copy again. 5 over s minus r. So, this time, we're going to divide positive divided by negative. Ganun po. So, positive divided by negative is negative. Ayan, negative na siya. Lalagay natin siya sa gitna. That's the proper way of writing that negative. 3 over s minus r. So, anong nangyari dyan? Ang nangyari dyan, si positive, dinivide natin kay negative 1. Kaya negative sa gitna. Okay? Now, ang gagawin naman natin ngayon, itong dalawang operation na to, i-combine natin sila. O meaning, paano natin sila i-combine? I-combine natin sila sa pamamagitan ng multiplication. Para yung operation dyan, hindi doble, isa lang. So, positive times negative. Positive times negative is negative. So, ang mangyayari dyan, 5 over s minus r. Since positive times negative is negative, therefore, ang mangyayari dito, it will become negative. Negative na siya, no? Yan. Magiging negative siya. And then, let us copy 3 over s minus r. So, anong nangyari? So, kanina, addition tayo, na-convert yung ating solution into subtraction. Ganun po yun. Bakit? Kasi naglabas tayo ng negative 1 sa r minus s. So, therefore, now we could subtract. Copy the common denominator, which is s minus r, and then subtract the numerator, that is 5 minus 3, and that is the same as 2 over s minus r. This is the final answer. Ngayon, ang gagawin naman natin ngayon is we're going to identify the LCD of the following rational algebraic expression. Bago tayo mag-add or mag-subtract ng dissimilar rational algebraic expression, kailangan matutunan muna natin kung paano kunin yung LCD. Okay? Let us try number 1. What is the LCD of 14 and 6? Remember that the factor of 14 is equivalent to 7 times 2. How about 6? The factor of 6 is 2 times 3. 3. Kung mapapansin nyo po, hinilera ko yung 2. Pareho sila. Yung mga prime factors na magkakapareho, dapat hinihilera sila. Hinihilera sila. Kasi, i-bring down natin yan lahat. So, 7 times 2 times 3. That is simply, 7 times 2 is 14. 14 times 3 is 4, 8, 12, 3, 42. That is 42. So the least common denominator between 14 and 6 is 42. May ibang paraan para gawin yan. Pwede natin gawin, since 14 is 7 times 2 at si 6 naman is 2 times 3. So, kailangan walang redundancy dun sa mga prime factors. Ano po? Wala siyang redundancy. So, ang magiging LCD niya is 7 times 2 times 3. Neglecting the other 2. Para hindi siya maging redundant. So, that is also the same as yung LCD niya is 7 times 2 times 3. Tingnan natin kung tama po tayo. So, that is 42. Tandaan nyo lang, dapat hindi maging redundant yung LCD. That's one way to get the LCD whenever we evaluate, add, or subtract rational algebraic expression. Okay, let us try the second example. xy squared, x minus 2 over xy squared z cubed, and x plus 3 over yz squared. What is the LCD? The least common denominator. Take note, dapat walang redundancy. Pag mga variables yung mga denominators natin, mas madaling kunin yung LCD. Kasi pipiliin lang natin yung pinakamalaki yung exponent. Okay? So, meron tayong x, ano? So, meron tayong x. Ano malaki? Y squared o y? Mas malaki si y squared. So, pipiliin natin si y squared. Z cube at saka z squared, syempre, mas malaki si z cube. So, therefore, the LCD of these two rational algebraic expression is xy squared z cube. Tingnan natin kung tama po tayo. Okay, so xy squared z cube. Okay, next. What will be the LCD of 4x, x, and 6x squared? For the rational algebraic expressions 3 over 4x, 5 over x, and 7 over 6x squared. Remember that 4 is 2 times 2. How about 6? 6 is the same as 2 times 3. Tapos meron ka pang x, may mga x ka dun. So, again, dapat, ang gagawin lang natin, walang redundancy sa mga prime factors. So, instead, kung meron ka na ditong 2 sa kabila, hindi na tayo magdadagdag pa ng isang 2. Tatanggalin natin bali yung isa. So, mangyayari niyan, for the numbers, 2 times 2 times 3 times 1, of course. Kaya meron kasi tayo diyang 1. No need to write that. How about for the variables? X, syempre yung pinakamalaki na, x squared. X squared. So, 2 times 2 is 4 times 3 is 12. 12x squared. O, tingnan natin kung tama tayo. 12x squared. Tama po tayo. Now, what is the LCD between x over x squared minus 4 and 2 minus 3x over 4 minus x squared? Again, baliktad lang po yan. Baliktad lang yung kanilang binomials, ano? Kung mapapansin nyo, yung isa, x squared minus 4, yung isa naman, 4 minus x squared. So, ang gagawin natin silang pareho. Paano? 4 minus x squared is the same as, pwede tayo maglabas ng negative 1, ano? Negative 1, tapos sa loob, pwede natin siyang baliktarin. X squared minus 4. Anyway, pagka minultiply natin si negative 1, papunta sa loob, using distributive property, babalik naman siya sa dati. Negative 1 times x squared is negative x squared. Negative 1 times negative 4 is positive 4. And then interchange this, arrange this properly, that will become 4 minus x squared. Bumabalik naman siya sa dati. Okay? Ngayon ganito. Since si 4 minus x squared, pareho lang din lang naman pala siya kay negative 1 times x squared minus 4. Ano kaya yung LCD? Yan. Ang LCD po is, ang magiging LCD niya is, magiging LCD niya is, ay nambura. Ang magiging LCD niya, the LCD, dito ko na lang isulat, ano, kasi mahaba. The LCD will be x squared minus 4. Saan napupunta si negative 1? Remember, si negative 1, mapupunta siya dito sa numerator. May papasa siya doon. So, bali, itong operation, ay itong binomial sa taas, magiging magiging 3x minus 2. Okay? Pag ginamit siya sa operation. But simply, klaruhin ko lang po. But simply, ano kaya yung kanilang LCD? Ano yung factor ni x squared minus 4? Factor ni x squared minus 4 is x minus 2 times x plus 2. Ito po yung kanyang pinaka LCD. Okay, subukan natin kung tama yung ating sagot. Yung x minus 2 times x plus 2. Yan yung kanyang LCD. Okay, so tama tayo. So, bakit x minus 2 and x plus 2 lang? Bakit hindi silang dalawa? Kasi, kung maalala nyo, ito, naging x squared minus 4. Syempre, pareho naman sila. Iisa lang yung kanilang LCD. Okay, the last. Ano kaya yung LCD ng dalawang rational algebraic expression na to? So, tingnan natin na mabuti yung mga denominator nila. Remember na yung x squared minus 9, ito po, is factorable siya. At yung magiging factor niya is x. Sulat ko na lang, x minus 9. Ang factor niya is x minus 3 times x plus 3. Ano kaya yung factor ni x squared? Minus 7x plus 12. That is simply, if you're going to use the trial and error method, x, what is the factor of 12 that will make 7? 4 times 3. 4 and 3. And then, since the middle term is negative, so both of them are negative. So, ang magiging LCD nila, kailangan walang redundancy. X minus 3, meron na, no? So, cancel na. X plus 3, at saka x minus 4. So, the LCD is x minus 3. Walang redundancy po sa mga LCD natin, sa mga prime factors. X plus 3 and x minus 4. Subukan natin kung yun nga yung LCD natin. Okay, so x minus 3, x plus 3, and x minus 4. This time, let us have a few more examples. Let's say we want to subtract 5 over 18a cubed b minus 2 over 27a squared b squared c. So, ang gagawin po natin, we are going to identify what will be the LCD. So, what will be the common factor between 18 and 27? So, 18 is equivalent to 9 times 2, or 2 times 9, and 9 is equivalent to 3 times 3. How about 27? 27 is the same as 3 times 9. And 9 is also equivalent to 3 times 3. Now, ang gagawin natin, i-bring down natin yung magkakahilera kasama yung mga walang kahilera. So, bring down this, this, and this. So, you have 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. So, that is the same as 27 times 2, that is 14. 2 times 2, 4, 54. So, the LCD between 18 and 27 is 54. It is 54. How about for the what is this? The variables. So, let's say we have here 54, and then what will be the least common denominator between a cubed and a squared? Syempre, pipiliin natin yung pinakamalaki. That will be a cubed. Then, for b, we have b squared. Tsaka meron pa tayong c. Although wala tayong c sa kabila, Pero kokopyahin natin yung prime factor. Ita times natin. Okay. So we now have a complete what is this? We have now a complete LCD. Let us now try to divide 54 divided by 18. So again, 54 divided by 18, that will be 3. A cubed divided by A cubed is 1. B squared divided by B is B. And then C times 5. Minus 54 divided by 27. If this is 27, you divide it by yes, if this is 54 of this 54 divided by 27, what is left is 2. So you have 2. Now A cubed divided by A squared is A. B squared divided by B squared is 1, and C divided by C is 1 times 2. So we have 5 times 3 is 15. BC minus 2 times 2 is 4. 4A over 54 A cubed B squared C. And in this case, sa tingin ko wala po tayong common factor. Wala tayong common factor sa binomial sa taas, so therefore, this is the answer. For this example, we are going to add this rational expression here over this expression here. Now, before we do that, let us first identify the LCD of these two polynomials. So we are going to identify first the factors of this polynomial para sure tayo na hindi tayo magdodoble-doble ng factors. So what will be the factor of f squared minus 6f plus 9? So gawa ulit tayo ng dalawang parentheses and we will employ trial and error here. F times f, and then what is the factor of 9 that will make 6? That is 3. And this is positive, so it tells us that either both of these are positive or both of these are negative. And since the middle term is negative, therefore we are pretty much sure that the binomials have a negative operation between them, or each of the binomial has a negative operation. Ngayon ganito naman, alam na natin yung factor nito. Ito po, ito naman. This is this only pertains to the difference of two squares, I think. So the factor will be f minus 3 times f plus 3. So bawasan na natin ng isang f minus 3 kasi meron na tayo dyang isang f minus 3. So ang magiging factor na lang ito. Iwasan natin magdoble ng factor para hindi masyadong malaki yung ating what is this? Hindi lalaki yung yung ating expression. So the common denominator, least common denominator will be f minus 3, then isa pang f minus 3, and another f plus 3. So that is the common denominator, or the least common denominator. Now we are ready to multiply. We are now ready to divide and multiply it to the numerator. Divide it into the denominator, multiply it to the numerator. So in this case, we're going to divide f minus 3, oh, this polynomial here, f minus 3, the quantity f minus 3, the quantity f plus 3 divided by 2 f minus 3. So that will be f plus 3, f plus 3 times this, which is f plus 3 plus, okay, so let us try to divide this and this. That is 1. What is left is, oh sorry, let us divide this to this. So what is left is f minus 3, f minus 3 times this binomial here, which is 8f minus 24. Okay, now the next thing that we are going to do is to evaluate the numerator here. So I think this is this pertains to the product of two binomials, and it will result to a perfect square. This is perfect square trinomial. So that will be f squared plus that is 6f plus 9. Oh, so paano natin ginawa yun? F times f, f squared, 3 times 3, 9. The inside term, yung pinaka-inside term niya, 3f. Outside term, 3f din. I-add natin, 6f. Plus, ito naman. So, isa-isahin natin to. We can multiply this using distributive property. That will be 8f squared. Ito po yun. F times negative 24 is negative, I think, 24f. Okay. This becomes 8, 16, 24. Another 24. Negative 24f. And then this. Positive. So 24 times 3. That would be 12. 3 times 2, 3, 6, 7, 72. Okay. So we have here positive 72 all over f minus 3 times f minus 3 times f plus 3. Now, we were able to, expand each of the binomial products. This time, we are going to combine those similar terms. We can combine this f squared and 8f squared. That's the same as 9f squared. Let us combine those f terms. We have 6. What else? We have negative 24. We have here negative 24. So this two here is negative 48f. And then negative 48 plus 6f, that will be negative 42. Negative 42f. Okay, so we were able to combine this, and this. And then the last thing that we are going to do is to combine 72 and 9. 79, that will be 81. Positive 81 all over f minus 3 times f minus 3 times f plus 3. Okay. Now, let us try to figure out if we have a common factor between these terms, and then let us try to figure out whenever there is a factor for this polynomial in the numerator, 9f squared minus 42f plus 81. Baka kasi meron di ba? 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 40. Okay. So I think we have a common factor, which is 3. It will be 3 times 3f squared minus 42 divided by 3. That will be 14 plus let's try 81 divided by 3, that will be 27. Oops, sorry, I forgot f. Negative 14f plus 27 over f minus 3 times f minus 3 times f plus 3. Now, tingnan natin kung meron tayong factor kay 3f squared minus 14f plus 27. Ayusin ko lang yung positive niya. Ayan. Baka kasi meron siyang factor, ano? Okay, so sa tingin ko, wala na siyang factor itong si 3f squared minus 14f plus 27 kasi I tried to, what is this? I tried to multiply the first term and the last term, which is 81. Now, I didn't find any factor of 81 that will make 14. So therefore, this term here is already not factorable by means of factoring patterns or simple factoring techniques. Therefore, this is already the answer. Okay, so the last example that we are going to have, we are going to subtract the quantity x plus 2 over x plus 5 minus x plus 5 over x minus 2. So again, we're going to find the LCD. The LCD will be simply x plus 5 times x minus 2. And let us try to divide. We divide this quantity here over here. So makakancel yung x plus 5. What is left is x minus 2. So we'll put here x minus 2 times x plus 2. X plus 2. Let us try to divide this. We're going to divide this over this. Makakancel naman si x minus 2. Matitira naman si x minus 5. I'll say x plus 5, sorry. So x plus 5 times x plus 5. Okay. Now let us try to evaluate this using perfect square trinomials. That will be, oh no, sorry, this will be the difference of two squares. So x squared minus 4. How about here? So let us just first, kasi minus to, konting ingat tayo, konting ingat po tayo kasi minus yung gitna. So gagamit tayo ng bracket, and then let us try to evaluate this first. You are multiplying a product of two binomials. That will result to a perfect square. So that will be x squared plus 10x plus 25 all over x plus 5 times x minus 2. Now, anong gagawin natin dito? We simply use the distributive property para isa-isahin natin yung pag-multiply para wala talagang mali, walang sablay. And then we could now remove the grouping symbol for x squared minus 4. So that will be x squared minus 4, then negative times positive, that will be negative x squared, negative times positive 10x, that will be negative 10x, negative times positive 25, that would be negative 25. Again, all over x plus 5 times x minus 2. Now let us try to combine those those similar terms, So let us try here. Okay, so meron tayong na cancel, and we have here negative 10x, negative 10x, then we have here negative 29, negative 29, because negative 4 and negative 25, you will be combining them over x plus 5 and x minus 2. So this is the answer. Mag-iwan ako sa inyo ngayon ng inyong pinaka-home quiz. I want you to evaluate the following rational algebraic expression. I want you to subtract or add the following expressions.